Hello and welcome to week 10 of Friday Football Fever. I'm Jeff Jones, and guys, it is very fitting that during the week of Halloween, we get a treat for our game of the week. Not that bag of Halloween candy that I know you're already digging into. I'm talking about two undefeated teams that lined up in a game that could clinch the district championship. Dripping Springs, one of the oldest programs in Central Texas, a school that opened in 1911, hosted Buda Johnson, a very new school playing just its second season of varsity football. But honestly, new doesn't matter. Old doesn't matter. What does matter is 8-0. That's the record both of these teams brought into this game, but only one would leave undefeated.
You know, you prepare all year and all summer, and to get to a big game like this.
To win this game, it means a lot to us. It'd be the first district champion win in JAG's history.
We got to go out, we got to play hard like we've been doing, and then take care of the football, and good things are going to happen.
We've always had a bad taste in our mouths from that last year, so we're just ready to play.
Honestly, I don't think their offensive line can really hold us. I think our D-line is really going to bring some challenges for them.
This is one of the best years of offense we've had.
Our O-line is going to be ready for them, and we're going to come out and put up a bunch of points.
When you have two teams that have really great offenses like both of us do, you know, anytime you get a stop, it's big.
They're just really, really clicking, you know, as are we, so I think it's going to be just an unbelievable game.
I think so too. So guys, let's get into our highlights for our Friday Football Fever Game of the Week. We begin with a pregame show from the Dripping Springs Band, complete with streamers. I guess when you're that good, you don't need to wait until halftime. And speaking of the Tigers not waiting until halftime, Preston Alford didn't wait long to visit his home away from home, the end zone. That was Preston's 19th rushing score of the season. And speaking of dudes who score an obscene amount of touchdowns, I'd like to introduce y'all to Dripping Springs receiver Kyle Cook. That was Kyle's 16th receiving touchdown, good enough for 5th in the entire state of Texas. Both Johnson and Dripping entered the night undefeated, but this one was all about the home team. Dripping wins 52-7. And I got to be honest with you, I'm a bit surprised the game was that lopsided, and I'm also surprised that anyone was able to hold that Johnson offense, which was averaging 49 points per game, to just 7. So what was the secret? My friend Emily Jean Greco was there at the game. She just finished talking with Tigers head coach Galen Zimmerman and asked about his secret to success in tonight's game. Hey, Emily.
Hey, Jeff. Yeah, normally when you have two undefeated teams going head-to-head, you expect it to be a shootout. However, tonight, Dripping Springs showed us just how much of a force they are this season, not allowing Johnson to score until the last 2 minutes and finding the end zone themselves multiple times tonight. The offense putting up 52 points against a team that hasn't lost a game all season. The one word I would use to describe this team is power. But the word coach used to describe this game after it was done was relief.
I'm just super proud of the kids. I felt like we executed all three phases really, really well. I mean, it's a dang good football team, and our kids came out and played, you know, the cliche, play 4 quarters, and they did. And it's, you know, that's, you know, just super proud, real proud.
Your team shut them out for almost a full 4 quarters. It ended up being about a little over 3.5. What does that say about this squad?
Well, I think, you know, we've kind of changed our defensive scheme a little bit, and they're starting to really get comfortable. And I think we've got, you know, right guys in positions, and we're getting deep. We've got some guys that we rotate through there that, you know, really did a great job. And so I'm just proud of them because I think they're getting comfortable. They're starting to really play football, and they're not thinking so much. And now's the time you want to do that.
So, you know, moving from the defense to the offense, you guys put up, 52 points against an undefeated team. What does that say about just the amount of talent you have on the offensive side of the ball?
Well, you know, I can't say enough about our offensive staff. You know, they put together a great game plan, and then just giving the kids confidence throughout the week that this is going to work, and they played really, really confident today. And you're right, I feel like we've got playmakers at a lot of different positions, and we're deep on that side of the ball too, and it's just really exciting to watch them play. You know, it starts you know, up front, but then, you know, our quarterback is, I think, a special kid that he just gets the ball to those guys in space, and you know, I feel like we've got a Division I running back as well, so you know, that makes it really, really fun to watch.
Coach, you both came in undefeated. You guys are the ones leaving this match undefeated. Congratulations on this win.
Oh, thank you very much. A lot of football left to play, but this one definitely feels good.
Yeah, a lot of football left to play. And hey, this was Dripping Springs' last home game. And so afterwards, every senior that attended the game was able to walk the entire field for their senior walk. And what a way to end it when you blow out an undefeated team 52-7. It really added to the emotional moment here tonight.
A senior walk. That's pretty cool. That's not something I've heard of before. Emily, I can tell you're bundled up right now, so it's probably chilly out there. I know it dipped into the mid-50s. I'm going to let you go get somewhere warm. And you guys at home, hopefully you're in a warm place because we have some hot highlights to continue to show you. Let's go ahead to another 5A game with some heavy district title implications. Weiss versus Cedar Park. Weiss only won 3 games all of last season. So far this year, well, they've already more than doubled that total. The Wolves enter tonight's game with 7 wins on the season and 0 losses in district play. Weiss jumped out to an early lead in this one, but Cedar Park was in the Halloween spirit, and they're more about tricks than treats. They dialed up a pass to the big man, defensive tackle Murray Robinson out there doing his best Bijan Robinson impression. That made it a 3-point game. This pushed the lead back up to 10. Weiss quarterback Dior Bradfield found Micah Gifford for a twisting grab on the back shoulder fade. Weiss led by a touchdown at the break. Weiss goes on to win this one 34-20. To the scoreboard for the first time tonight, close one between Stony Point and McNeil. The Mavs earned their first win since week 1. They beat Stony Point by 2, 21-19 the final score there. And Cedar Ridge moves to 7-2 on the season. They're looking good this year. They beat Westwood 46-14. One more 6A score for you, the Bowie Bulldogs. Guys, I think they're for real. They beat San Marcos, shut them out, 42-0. Now to the 5-8 game in town. Hendrickson beat Leander by a touchdown, final score in that one, 28-21. Back to the highlights, and Westlake is on the hunt for a 3rd straight championship, so why not hand it to a Hunter Hinault. His 6-yard run put the Shafts up on Austin High 7-zip. Still early in this one, and Christian Edgar, the senior who started the season as a backup quarterback, has looked good in his first 3 career starts. He's a senior quarterback with wheels, with a few juke moves, and check this out, near the goal line, well, he shows a little stiff arm too. That capped off a 58-yard touchdown run. Westlake stays perfect. The Shafts win this one big, 77-3. Now, Westlake plays Lake Travis next week, but tonight the Cavs hosted Aikens, and guys, this game was all about turnovers early on. 4 combined interceptions before halftime. Jackson Young, Watson Cusack, and Kamani Smith, y'all make a former defensive player like myself very proud. But when you're playing against a team like Lake Travis, well, you know you can only hold that offense down for so long. Bo Edmondson found one of the most versatile players in town, Isaac Norris, for 6. The Cavs pulled away and won this one 56-7. Let's go back to the scoreboard. Cedar Creek was able to get on the scoreboard, but not hang with Brenham. The Cubs win this one 58-6. They have a huge showdown against Rouse coming up. That's going to be for the district championship. And Bastrop, the Bears get a win tonight, 15-point win over Elgin. Final score in that one, 38-23. Another scoreboard coming your way. Lockhart tried to hang with our friends from San Antonio, but Alamo Heights won this one by 2 scores, 49-35 the final there. And Pflugerville taking on Georgetown. Pflugerville needed this win to stay in the playoff hunt. They were unable to get it, but Georgetown remains alive for a postseason berth. They could end up 3rd or 4th in that district. They win tonight 62-35. Guys, we have shown you quite a few highlights and scores so far. We have more coming for you, and our Band of the Week and our Big Save Play of the Week right after this.
celebration. It isn't done just yet, but what is done, the video board, concession stands, beautiful. And the Hippos get her done on the opening drive. Eduardo Fernandez, 44-yard field goal right through the uprights. 43 with a 44-yarder, 3-zip Hutto. But back come the undefeated Vipers. William Shepard, faster than the speed of light and faster than our cameraman. That cameraman, me, by the way, not fast at all. 11-yard touchdown. Vandegrift stays perfect. Now 9-0, 49-9 over Hutto.
Hayes hosting Del Valley, and check out Chris Bruce with a catch where he just jumps up and says, "Give me that!" over the defender and through the end zone. To grandmother's house we go. The Cardinals responded, though. The screen to Damian Jones. Great last name there, says Jeff Jones. Cousin Damian, ran over 50 yards to the house, but one long score deserves another. Hawks quarterback Tyler McInvale found senior Marcus Taylor. Marcus gets 6 points for this touchdown, but Tyler, I think he deserves an extra point or two for the dance right there. Okay. Hayes wins this one 76-54.
Jeff, let's go to the scoreboard for a couple of 13-4A matchups. LBJ continues its perfect season. The Jags, they're now 9-0, 45-3 over Burnett. And check this out. For the first time in 4 years, Canyon Lake takes down Lampasas 21-17. And in 14-4A, the Titans of Manor New Tech defeat Young Men's Leadership Academy 48-21. And then Navarro blanks Austin Achieve 88-0. That score nearly identical to last year's score when the Panthers beat the Polar Bears 82-7.
Hey, Rouse entered tonight's game against Glenn with a 6-game win streak and an offense that scored 50 or more 5 different times. First quarter, Mason Shorb to Corey Simmons, from the Corey to the mountaintop, or at least from the Corey to the red zone. The Raiders would score a few plays later. Then Justin Cannon, the sophomore player who does it all. Little running back, little receiver, little DB, little TD. Rouse pushes that win streak to 7, but barely. The Raiders win a close one, 24-21.
Jeff, you're on fire tonight. 14-5A battle at the house tonight. McAllen testing its 2-game winning streak against Crockett. And the Knights would ace that test here on defense. They recover the fumble, and then later on offense, how about an A+? Jackson Rosales, 58-yard touchdown strike. The catch and then the run. Rylan Varela on the receiving end as the Knights improved to 14-2 all-time against the Cougars, 56-0.
Let's get back to the scoreboard. This is the battle of 71 right there. It looks like LaGrange got the win by 2 scores over Giddings, 27-14. And Smithville tried to do something cool and pull off the upset against a ranked Cuero team. Didn't quite go their way tonight. 53-26, the final score in that game. Wimberley, they're marching strong toward the playoffs. They get a win over Grapevine in a game that kind of got scheduled at the last minute. They had to do some switching around this week. They win this one 35-17. And Llano, their defense held strong. Offense gave up a safety, but defense pitched the shutout. They win 43-2. Now, as much as we love the scores and the highlights, it's not just about the action on the field on Friday nights. It's also about the cheer squad, the color guard, the ROTC, the coaches, the trainers.
The Jeff Jones bad jokes are good dad jokes.
That's a huge part of Friday night.
Yeah.
Not as huge,
You're on
though,
fire tonight.
as the band. Every week we're going to showcase one local group as our Friday Football Fever Band of the Week. This week, that honor goes to the band from Cedar Ridge. And before we show you the video, I want to give you a heads up. If you see a pair of football players in the band, well, there's a story behind that. My man Tyler Feldman broke it down beautifully. You can see that full feature story right after the show on KVUE.com. But for now, let's take a listen to the Cedar Ridge Band.
Don't be envious. Get where you're going.
Welcome back to Friday Football Fever. He's Tyler, I'm Jeff, and guys, Marble Falls entered District 14-5A last season, and they made a splash right away. The Mustangs earned a spot in the playoffs in year one, and they are very, very close to doing the exact same thing in year two.
And Jeff, they strolled into Nelson Stadium tonight to play a Northeast team needing a win to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, they did that. The Marble Falls offense, to me, it's just so fun to watch because it's so different from everything else. The misdirection run went to a guy with one of my favorite names in town, Isaias Fernandez, with a 32-yard touchdown. Now, after proving they could do it on the ground, the Mustangs went to the air. Senior captain Logan Barnes, oh, captain, my captain.
Oh,
that play worked like a piece of poetry down to the 1-yard line. Marble Falls gets the win, 49-zip.
Jeff, out in Taylor, we had ourselves a 13-4A battle between the Billies and the Ducks. Tied at 7, late first quarter. Deontay Vincent gets the rock, and when he gets the rock, you better rock away. Vincent saying, get off me to a couple Billies. That leads to a field goal to make it 10-7 Taylor. Billies bounce back, though. Stephen Wade up the gut, and oh no, into the rest gut. That's one tough official, though. He gets back up.
Okay.
And so do the Billies. Cole Emmel, short touchdown dive here on 4th and goal as Fredericksburg ends up winning big, 41-16. Back to the scoreboard we go. High scoring 13-3A affair in Lexington tonight. The Eagles winning 59-41. And in 12-2A, Thrall gets a big win, 52-20 over Moody. That's 10 straight wins for the Tigers over the Bearcats. And we've got some scores from a pair of 14 2A matchups. Johnson sitting now 9-1 all time against Center Point. The Eagles flying past the Pirates 47-0. And Mason continues to punch the competition. Now 5 straight wins for the Punchers, 51-0 over Brackett.
Oh, nice shutout there. Nice place for our local guys. And you see the wardrobe change right here. I've switched into my Halloween costume. Tyler, can you tell what I am?
You're a Friday Football Fever.
I'm a lucky Friday Football Fever fan, and I want you to be a lucky fan too, and I want you to be able to wear one of these shirts. I'm going to ask my friend Tyler Feldman to take a picture of me in my Halloween costume.
Love this. Oh, yeah, that's a big cheese.
All right, that's what I do. What I also do is I take those pictures and I post them on my social media platforms on Facebook, on Twitter, and Instagram at Jeff Jones Sports. When you see the photo pop up in 5 minutes or so of me wearing this shirt, what I need you to do is make sure you're following me and comment on that picture. I'm going to pick at least 2 people who comment on that picture and follow me.
Generous.
Yeah, at least 2 this week. You know, it's a holiday week.
Yeah.
And I'm going to send you your own Friday Football Fever t-shirt, not this one because it's previously worn. So guys, go ahead and do that and stay right where you are. We'll have plenty more high school football action for you right after this.
everyone. I'm here from KVUE to present our Abacus Athlete of the Week. So I would like to congratulate Luke Gonzalez. Luke, how are you feeling getting this award?
I'm feeling great.
Are you surprised?
Yes.
Yeah.
How does it feel being part of the Dripping Springs High School football team?
I feel great. I'm gonna miss the brotherhood.
Yeah? Well, you guys, why don't you show your brother some love? Coach, what does it mean to have Luke on your team?
Well, he's just one of the guys. He's got a younger brother, and his mom kind of came to us and said, "Hey, we want him to be a part of it," and they've really they've really brought him in. He is one of the guys. They take care of him. They make fun of him. He makes fun of them. He's all teenage boys, so we're excited. They're excited to have him around. He's a personality. He's a character.
What were your thoughts when you saw that your brother was awarded Abacus Athlete of the Week?
I was very surprised, but I was very happy for him. I mean, letting him get that opportunity is just happy. Makes everyone hype.
How do you feel when you're, out there on the field and you look over and you see your brothers on the sideline?
I mean, it brings my heart joy letting him have that opportunity, knowing most of those kids don't get that opportunity. And I want to thank Coach Z for letting him do that.
All right, you know the drill. By the way, congrats, Luke. Thanks for doing that, Emily. KVUE at sports.com. Sports at KVUE.com. I can't read tonight. That's where you email us if you have a nominee. Play of the Week nominees are next, so don't go anywhere.
Thinking of buying it.
Fever Athlete of the Week is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Welcome back to Friday Football Fever. He's Tyler, I'm Jeff, and every single week we see hundreds of nice plays on high school football fields, and it's our job to put our heads together and pick out 3 that are our favorites and re-show them to you as our Austin Telco Big Save of the Week nominees. Let's go ahead and get started with Hayes receiver Chris Bruce, and I know Chris is a receiver, but this play is actually a learning lesson for quarterbacks. Young quarterbacks out there, if you have a playmaker like Chris on the outside, just let it fly. Your guy's gonna catch it. Also, don't tell your coach I said that. Chris Bruce climbing the ladder and scoring touchdowns.
Jeff, Bruce Almighty, how about I up your run with that ladder? Because this catch from our game of the week may just take the ladder cake. Austin Novosad throwing it up, and that's Kyle Cook, corner pocket for the touchdown. All drip in the Springs tonight.
Ladder cake, is that like cheesecake, pound cake? Anyways, last up is the trick play from Cedar Park. They let defensive tackle Murray Robinson get a few snaps on offense, and they threw him a touchdown. Guys, now that you've seen our plays, go to my Twitter page at Jeff Jones Sports and vote in the poll and let us know which one you like best.
It isn't easy to follow your own path. Being different requires great confidence. And with an available suite of advanced driver assistance safety features that are in the 2021 Soul and IIHS Top Safety Pick, you can afford to be very, very different.